Thank you, Aria. Face flags.
Yes, sir.
Rapid. Position.
Sir.
Sir. But thank you. Center Creed.
I develop myself physically and mentally based on how I understand I only right to direct my life and the lives of others. I achieve my goals. I stay straight.
And would you go?
I'm an excellent
Pay attention. Rockers, please. Hands up, feet together. 10 jumping jacks. Ready and go.
1, 2,
Push up position. 5 push-ups. Ready and go.
1, 2,
On your backs. 5 Legos. Ready to go.
2,
Stand back up. Ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Grab the jump rope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not all yours. Thank you. So when you jump rope, what I would like to see is 1 or 2 things, given what I am assuming of your skill level thus far. 1 is a consistent rhythm, meaning that your rhythm, once you start, you keep it rather consistent, so that there shouldn't be any, I don't even know how you guys do that. No, none of those, yes? As very best as you can. If you can do that, then you should be trying to increase speed, meaning that you should be here, trying to get it. Remember, we're not jumping very high, just fast enough that we can get the rope under our toes, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. You're gonna go for 30 seconds. As soon as I find it. Once you're done, or once you hear the second bell, set your jump rope down and immediately set to the left.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go! Aria, can you? And time! Step to the left. I want to see you moving fast because these are combinations you should know. Friday combination number 1. Ready and go. And turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, go. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, ready, go. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 4, go. Reset. Quick review. Front punch, back leg front kick, reverse side kick, back punch. Number 4, ready, go. It looks right, you gotta go the other way next time. All right, grab a jump rope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get ready. And before you guys go, just keep in mind you might need to turn cat a corner so you don't get a partner behind you. Go! Ah. Ten seconds. And time. All right, these are a review of last cycle's combinations. Actually, for how many? Have we done that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna throw in some other combinations as well. If I do a combo set that you don't remember or you don't know, just do one of the ones you're supposed to test on. So either karate, 1 through 4, or 1 through 3 of taekwondo. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have your hand up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need to borrow
It's snapped. You'll have to use an invisible one for now. Set to the left side. these are going to be even faster than the other ones. Karate combination number 5. Ready, go. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 6, go. Turn.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'm only going to give you 2 seconds after the first person says "Aya" or before we turn. Number 7, ready and go. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 8, go. Turn.
Yes, sir.
American Karate number 1, go. These are the first of the block series, so these are the attacks of the blocks. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 6, slide inside side. Ready and go. Turn.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for the yes, sirs. Number 7, ready, go. Sorry, number 3. I jumped ahead in my head. Number 3, my apologies. Number 3. Has all the kicks except the front kick. Oh, let's do that. Good, Sid. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 4 has high and low. Ready and go. And turn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And now number 5. Ready, go. Turn. 6, go. Turn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Number 7, for reals this time. Ready, go. Kamehameha. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Number 8, the PU Kamehameha. Ready and go. And turn.
Yes, sir.
And relax. Remember, so if you guys go through, when I say speed, that means it's okay for the technique to be a little bit lax, because that tends to what happens on speed when you don't have enough reps. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So speed is more about your mental recollection than it is about your ability to perform it technically sound. Grab your jump ropes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Last 30 seconds. Go. Four seconds. And time. Set the left side. Oh. Taekwondo, number 1. Go. Punch, press and kick. Ooh, we're going to work on that. Turn.
Yes, sir.
Look up here really fast, please. Remember, a crescent is a rainbow front kick. So I hit, rainbow, and then I do my back. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You turn your hips over, then it becomes a hook kick. It's not a straight kick. All right, number one again. Ready? Front punch, press and kick, outside or inside, outside, back punch. Ready and go. Very nice. And turn.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Remember, on your lunge punch, don't drop no back. Don't drop no horse stance. Lunge just means I cover a full step. So remember, your normal back punch is here. So when I lunge, it's here. If I keep my feet underneath me, my hook kick becomes easier. So I should be here. 1, lunge, hook, down. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 2. Go. Take a big step. And turn. Number 2 again. Go. Come on, hit it. Turn.
These are for tomorrow.
Number 3. Number 3, which you should have done last week. High, low, overhand, drop, back punch. Drop, back punch. Midsection back punch is something different. Ready and go. And turn. And on this side, ready and go. High round, low round, overhand, drop. Switch hands down. And set to the mirror side up. We'll review this one semi-quick. Left leg first. So remember, all that I'm doing is I'm set, I round kick high, then low, overhand, drop. So you're lunging and then you're doing your punch. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, ready? High, low. Go. Overhand. Punch. Now don't start dropping on your overhand. You drop on the punch. Switch feet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On this side, tap your front leg. Ready? High, low. Go. That was low. High. Overhand. And punch. Okay, stand back up.
Yes, sir.
Take a seat.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do visualization.
Visualization.
What?
Visualization.
What?
Visualization.
Oh, thank you. Everybody say winning black belts.
Winning black belts.
Learn to replay. Or sorry, learn to replay
Learn to replay
and replay
and replay
performance
performance
to anchor
to anchor
success.
success.
You want to see what you're going to do before you do it, and then you want to look back at what you did after you did it, so that you make sure that you are anchoring, holding down your success. We're trying to eliminate things happening at random. So you have a tournament coming up. When you're in that ring in the weeks leading up to your performance or your sparring, in here, you want to be going through, when it comes to your forms, what form you're going to do and how it's going to look. And when it comes to sparring, what moves you're going to throw and when you should throw them. Imagine, so you're sitting in your ring, you sit down and in here in your head, you're going to go through and you're going to see the perfect version of your form. Like it talks about up here. I'm not going to imagine myself making mistakes because then I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to make that reality true. I want to be perfect or near to it. When we talk about sparring, imagine getting into a sparring ring and then having to go, okay, I see their hand. I think I'm going to do a punch right now. Is that very fast?
No, sir.
No, so I want to already know how I'm going to win all my matches, yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Man. Thank you, sir. After, you want to go back and you want to see all the ways that you can make yourself better. So if maybe you realize, oh, when I was in that front stance, my back leg was messed. It has to be straight. And then in your head, you'll scribble out the old version and you're going to put the new perfect version in there where you did it the right way. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to stand up?
Yes, sir.
Too slow back down.
Yes, sir.
Ready, stand up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You need to get all of your pads on when I say go. You'll have a minute and 30 seconds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And just to make it easy on you all, you don't have to necessarily say yes, sir, everything I say.
Yes, sir.
But definitely commands, do this. Yes, sir. Do you guys understand? Yes, sir. If I'm just giving, like, I need you to make sure to remember to keep your hands up, and it's in the middle of like a form, you don't have to say yes, sir, to that. At least to me. On your mark. Should still be at attention. Get set. Attention, please. Go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just practice. Imaginary pads. What you can do if you'd like is anybody that gets their chest guard on, buckle them up if they have it already ready.
Sorry, still don't have a chest guard.
Oh, that's me. She's not here, so I don't think she can let me borrow hers as she normally. This one is very nice. It's very cool.
It's so mean.
Matter of fact, she'll probably take more times a day with all of that. So just don't even.
They're mine now. These are yours? Yes, ma'am. Why? Well, red. I mean, I'm so mean.
You see how easily she's
so
easily
angry.
influenced as well. No backbone, stand up for herself. Unbelievable. I thought it's not. I don't know. Oh no, is it this one? This will be for. All right, I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds and then I'm gonna start teaching. Especially if you're a senior, you should be the fastest one with your pads. All right, and Samir Saya! All right, we are going to be working on our combinations with our partners today, with our pads, and then we're going to be going over the beginning rules of point sparring, so you guys are ready for the tournaments at the end of the month. The one that we're going to focus on today is Taekwondo number 1, and only because it doesn't require any head contact, and the other two work really well with head contact. So, towards yourself, you're imagining your reflection as your opponent. Throw out your front punch. Throw out your crescent kick. Now, if you guys notice when you crescent, it kind of opens your body up. That's going to be super important. And ready, back punch. Good. Reset. So, if I'm with Miss Ari, everybody else take a knee. She's going to be my partner. The front punch is mainly just kind of an opening distraction so I can get them to think about something. So she'll do her front punch. Ready, go. I'm going to give her a little block. Then from there, this hand blocks, so it's probably going to still be out. She's going to use that crescent kick to knock my hand out the way. And then after it's down, that leaves this top part of my chest protector open. She'll do the back punch. Ready, go. Good, and reset. And then it would be my turn. I'll throw my front punch. She'll do a little block. Then I'll swipe her arm out the way, crescent kick. And then, boom, I'm throwing my back punch. Yes, sir? Okay. Now, depending on where the arm goes, if, say, her arm swept all the way over there, that would be my target. If her arm only swept, say, down, that would be my target. Yes, sir? Anywhere there's pads, that can be a target that you can hit. Obviously not the shin guards, but we'll get there when we get there. Are we moving really fast? No. So when I go again, this is the speed that I want to see. I'll go 1 so she blocks. I'm going to control the kick. Oh, it went that way this time, so that's where my punch goes. And then I'll reset, and then it'll be her turn. She'll do this punch. She'll do her kick, swipe my hand. Then she'll do good. Yes, sir? All right, stand up. I need you to, for leading up to the tournament, you're going to partner up with somebody around your size, because that's likely who you're going to be in a ring with. Yes, sir? Once you have that, if there's extras, I'll figure out what we need to do there. For right now, get that partner ready and go. I didn't say go yet, I just needed to have a partner. You can use the noodles. Does everybody have a partner? Yes, sir? All right, senior rank. Senior rank, highest rank or eldest. I'm going to assume you have the most control. You are going to do your combination first. After you do 5 times, then the junior rank will go. They'll do theirs 5 times. You need to go both sides. And then once you've done both sides, you'll keep going until I say stop. So 5, 5, switch, switch, 5, 5, switch, switch, until I say time. Go. You block. That's outside. And time. Look up here real fast. We're going to say lazy front kick. Let's see some of you guys turning your hook kick. Remember, you're going for service area. I'm trying to swipe. Can I borrow you some, Jackson? If I'm trying to swipe towards me, his hand's away, and I turn my foot like this, is that going to be harder or easier? But if I leave my foot up, do I have a higher chance? That's why, remember, it's just a lazy front kick. So once I do, you just imagine you front kick out, you do a little rainbow, and then you set it down, punch. Yes? Yes, sir. And that's why I said it has to be controlled. If you can't kick and then guide it across nicely, then when you do that to your partner in the sparring match, you're going to hurt them. And we're not trying to hurt anybody. That's not how our sparring works. Yes? Yes, sir. Okay. Continue. You have another 30 seconds. Are you going to take questions?
I don't know.
I find somewhere. This next time there you go. Same leg inside. Yeah. Drop home. And you got it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be. Toes. 10 seconds. And time. Take an ESM.
Yes, sir.
The only thing I want to add for you, in terms of speed, Miss Waniger, when we talk about speed, what I want to see speed in is in between the reps. So if we're going, I press that slow, but then I reset and I immediately go again. So I get as many reps as I can. Yes? This shouldn't be fast yet. The time in between should be what's fast. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Take C.
Yes, sir.
Everybody say D.
D.
Don't
No.
make the situation worse by arguing or fighting. There are going to be a rare number of situations where arguing or fighting somebody is going to solve your problem. More than likely, you're never going to run it. Yes, sir? At home, for my children, who's in charge of the house? Everybody say it loud. Who's in charge of the house? Parents. So if mom says, go clean your room, there's only one answer. What is it? Everybody say, yes, ma'am. Is it all, but I want to wait until my show is done? Is it all, but I'm going to do it later? Is there really any debating when you're going to go clean your room? Oh, louder. Everybody say it. No, sir. So if I argue with my mom about cleaning my room, I'm still going to have to clean my room, but now I'm going to be probably grounded. Did I make anything better? If we're talking about outside of school or outside of home, if Invisible Billy here, I know he's mean and he's going to call me a name. If I call him a meaner name, what does that probably mean that he's going to have to do to make it right? He's going to have to call me something even meaner than I called him, yes? So if I continue down that cycle and I call him something way worse than he's ever called anybody before, after we've used our words and there's no more words to be said, what's the only conclusion that can happen from that situation? We get into a fight with our hands and our feet. Did I do a good job as a leader if I put myself in that position? No, I am never going to make a situation better by telling somebody something mean back or putting my hands up ready to fight. Like we talked about, rule number 2, you only fight to protect your life and the lives of others, and words don't hurt you unless you want them to. Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody stand up.
Yes, sir.
Miss Jackie, can I use you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Some of you might have had a chance to be in a tournament this morning, some of you might not. So we're going to go through our level 2 rules. They will change once you're in level 3 only by adding the head. Thank you, Jordan. Retrieve me. Arms out. Face them. So anywhere pad covers, turn sideways. So right here, those are all points that you can score. Yes? For now, level 2, anything above here, you can target it, and this is very specific. You can target it, but you cannot make contact with it. So if we're sparring, and I'm here, and I snap a punch, and it's here, and comes back, and she doesn't block it, cool beans. The judges, if they're seeing it, and they can make it out that it was clear and unblocked, that's how I can get a punch technique as a point. Yes? The caveat to that is if I do that, and then I hit, even if it was really light, and her head didn't go anywhere, there's no head contact. So now that means the first time I get a warning, the second time she gets a point. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So you need to be certain that when you're throwing techniques that you have control. If you can't guarantee that you're going to get a warning or a punch from something up here, just don't do it. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Turn around, please. No points ever. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Now, for those of you that want to learn some advanced things that you can do, that's a good way to make sure somebody doesn't score on you. But that's a little bit more advanced. I can tell you about it once I see that you know the basics. So, turn back. Your only spot is right here. How many points for my seniors are your kicks worth?
2.
2. How many points are your hands worth?
1.
What's your longest limb?
1.
So your longest limb that gets you the most points, which should you probably be throwing first? Kicks. In 3 moves, you can win a match. 1 kick, that's 2. 2 kicks, that's 4. And then I gotta do either a kick or a punch. Bingo, bingo, or 1-man match. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna talk about that in our distance. Set towards the mirror. Hiya! Footwork. I will say just means that you need to be moving around fluidly. So my footwork tends to be at least both or one of my heels is up so that as I move, I can move forward and back without being stuck. If you guys have ever tried to move around like this with your feet flat on the ground, it's clunky. Yes?
Yes, sir.
I will make the suggestion that you probably want to be completely sideways because it eliminates your front as a target. So that means that your opponent can only score right here. You're going to spar however you want to spar. So, step to the mirror side, huh? Get on your toes, moving around on your footwork. All right, we're going to work on a kick and a punch. First is our side kick because it's a punch with a leg. And then it's going to be our back punch. So when I say go, I want to see you guys just in your stationary position. Snap out your side kick and then put it back down. Ready and go. Oh, I like the yell. Ready and go. Ready and go. Ready and go. And time. Everybody say deliberate. So you want to hit the biggest target. What's the biggest target on an opponent? The chest. So is there any reason for me to kick up here? No. I'm going to throw my side kick, 1, because you can't kick somebody in the face with a side kick because that's the quickest way to hurt somebody. And 2, it's just easier to throw it down low. So when I see these side kicks again, I just look at the body back. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, on your toes, please. Ready and kick. Ready and kick. Last one, kick. Now, your back punch. Your back punch. The only thing that I want you guys to add in there is either I want this front hand to push and then punch, or I want it to move and then punch. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
So you're either going to go inside punch or you're going to go outside punch. Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right, ready and back punch. Ready, go. Ready and go. Ready and go. Ready and go. Ready and go. And time. All right, you're going to be with your partner again. This one is playing with you.
Yes, sir.
Side kick first. You're looking for a cue. The cue is this hand coming up. That just means that they're either about to punch you or they're not paying attention to what they're doing. Either way, it doesn't really matter. All I need to do is touch with the kick, bring it back. So I'm going to be here when her arm goes up. I'll kick and then go back. Kick and then go back. Yes, sir? I go 5, she goes 5. Yes, sir? All right, make it happen. Go. Now. Not yet. Now we're gonna practice the block. This one you guys can do each other. I'm gonna show you how. So, Miss Monica is gonna be my partner again. All we're gonna do is we're gonna measure up. And from here, I already know she can hit me. That's the easiest way to know your distance. If we measure, the only technique she can hit me with is her back leg. If she punches, she's not gonna make it. If she kicks, she's not gonna make it. She does a back punch, she's not gonna make it. She has to cross that line in order for the technique to reach. So with my partner now, when I see that side kick, I'm gonna do that move that we added into our down block. So she kicks. No, thank you, and I'm gonna knock it down. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'll knock down 5, she'll knock down 5. Make it happen. Go. You guys don't need to there's no hand pad on here. It's a light pad. You guys switch? Switch. Kickers, not sides. Kickers. And both of you kick. And time. All right. What I would like for you all to do is practice this at home. This is not glamorous work. However, it's the unglamorous work that gets you the glamorous trophies in the ring. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
So the more that I practice my side kick, the more that I get it so that I can throw it without having to think, okay, now I'm going to throw my side kick, the faster that kick is going to be. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So the ways that we can use this, and this is where point sparring becomes really simple, is if I'm here and I score, now she's got to be thinking about my side kick. So we're here again. Oh, now I almost got it though. Oh, she's really getting it. Oh, my back punch comes in. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Now when she's got to think about that, or I could go here. Oh, my back punch goes high. Now she's got to decide, am I going to go high or low? And that's where my techniques can be fun. I'll be here. I can think high and then go low, or I can do vice versa. Yes?
Yes, sir.
But if I throw 6 side kicks in a row and she blocks all 6, is the 7th one probably going to hit?
No. No, sir.
No. Okay. Hands on your back.
Yes, sir.
Miss one.
Yes, sir.
Miss one.
Matthew, come on up here.
Oh, no.
Run.
You're hungry. Go back.
There you go. Matthew's trying in his self-discipline, his book club. His job is to end his LP eating. Give him one clap. 2 claps. You're up. You're up.
I want to do the
He doesn't have
Okay. Let me have Mr. Dion come up here. Turning in book club, practice lab, which is due tomorrow. His healthy eating, self-discipline, jobless, and his visualization turning in his poster tomorrow. It's due tomorrow. These are due tomorrow. Give him a clap. 2 claps. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Miss Jackie, come on up here. Yes, ma'am. Miss Jackie's turning in her book club card, 11 stripes. Give her 1 clap. 2 claps. You're up.
We have Mr. Cannon coming up. Cannon turning in his book club and his self-discipline, getting those 3 stripes. Remember, you need to have 3 in order to earn your black stripe next week for a progress check. Give him 1 clap. 2 claps. Say you rock.
You rock. Mr. Hunter, come on up here. Hunter is
is turning in his self-discipline, his healthy eating, and his book club. And I'm going to strive. Give him 1 clap. 2 claps. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me have Mr. Daniel come on up here. Daniel turning in his character challenge for the poster being turned in tomorrow. Remember to do tomorrow, as well as 3 jobs. Let's give him a clap. 2 claps. Say you rock.
Jordan is turning in her karate practice club, her healthy eating, and her book club, and her character challenge worksheet. She already said it, and she has a poster. Give me 1 cool thing. What's your favorite thing? The cars. So you're gonna get a dream car. Awesome. Give her 1 clap. 2 claps. You rock.
Mr. Max, come on up here. Max turning in jobless, healthy eating, self-discipline, book club part. His visualization. Are you going to say it now or after class? That sounds like after class. As well as his karate practice log. Give him 1 clap. 2 claps. And he's got his poster. He's going to be awesome. He's going to be a Lego master. He's got Cuphead on there for a game master and some karate trophies. And they say, ooh. They say, ah. Give him 1 clap. 2 claps. Say you rock.
And Miss Dillon coming up. Miss Dillon is turning her character challenge worksheet and her poster. You can say it now. Say it after class. 1 cool thing. Your favorite thing. Go. Disney. You want to go to Disney World? Awesome. Give her 1 clap. 2 claps. You rock.
And last but not least, let me have Miss Krista come on up here. Miss Krista is turning in her gray stripe paper, already saying it. And I already heard a little bit about some of the posters. She's going to name 1 cool deal on hers. She likes birds. Give her 1 clap. 2 claps. Say you rock. Remember those posters and blue stripes are due when? Tomorrow. They do the day after tomorrow. Mr. Burton, but something, excuse. Can I turn it in on Friday? No, you guys have a month, so make sure you get it in tomorrow. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Hands behind your back. Black Belt Creed.
I live my life by the principles of Black Belt. Honesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, knowledge.
And letter proposition.
Sir, my body is best, sir.
Master Club, you're excused. You're dismissed. Clean your square. And then skedaddle. Leadership, you need your notebooks and pens. You can take your gloves and helmet off, but you don't need to take anything else off. Much longer. Yes. Now.
Did you know that 4 classes? Sorry, you're fine. Thank you for I will do that. I will be able to do that.
All right. Write down chapter 3. The law of process. The law of process. Leadership develops daily, not in a day. Leadership develops daily, not in a day. So when we talk about leaders, there is a misconception sometimes that somebody is a born leader, that they're just born to lead. That's not necessarily true. It might mean that somebody is innately picking up on leadership skills. They might, just like anything else, find it easier than somebody else to learn what a leader has to do and then go do those things. But nobody is born a leader. Everybody has to develop those skills. And so it's possible that somebody who was really charismatic, people followed when he was there or she was in middle school, if they don't do anything with their talent, with their innate leadership skills, and somebody else really wants to be a leader, and they work really, really, really hard, and that person who doesn't work, there's a good chance that that person working hard is going to one day become a better leader. But everything builds on itself. Yes, sir? So leadership is like investing. It compounds. Compounds means stacks together. When you were white belts, did you know how to do any forms?
No.
But you learned front punches and front stances and high blocks. And what are all your forms made of? Front stances and front punches, and all you do is you put them together. Was Chunji as complex as yoga? Hopefully you guys remember what yoga is, because that's your form. But when you did Chunji, all you had to do was a down block, front stance punch. Now in yoga, you're dropping in a horse stance. You're doing slow punches. You have to turn at a 45-degree angle. Kick, punch, punch. But oh my gosh, what other form do you kick, punch, punch in? Yes. Wanyao, that's right. So all of these things, as you gain skill, just keep adding and improving on each other. That's the same way leadership works. It builds on itself. What I need you to write down is, if you continually invest in your leadership development, it is inevitable that you are going to grow over time. And that really applies to all your skills, but it's really important as a leader to make sure that you're doing it. If you continually invest in your leadership development, it is inevitable, meaning it'll eventually happen, that you're going to grow over time. Just like if I practice my splits every day, eventually my splits are going to get lower. If I practice head level kicks and holding them, eventually I'm going to be able to hold my kicks. The same thing applies to my leadership skills. So there is a little, the phases of leadership is what this is going to be called. The phases of leadership growth. The phases of leadership growth. Phase 1. Phase 1. I don't know what I don't know. Write that down. I don't know what I don't know. When you first started as white belts, did you have any idea that you didn't know how to do the form called Chunji?
No, sir.
You didn't even know Chunji was a thing that existed. So in this first phase of our learning, when you are at the beginning phase, you have no idea what you don't know. And this is probably one of the phases that it's most uncomfortable and it can be most dangerous as a leader, especially because of what responsibilities a leader has. Phase 2. Phase 2. I know that I need to know. I know that I need to know. So when you all moved into level 2, or when you moved into level 1, you should have gotten a little paper that says, welcome to level 1 or welcome to level 2. Here's all the forms you're going to learn. Here's all the combinations. Here's the weapons. At that point, you're not a beginner anymore. You know that there's things that you don't know. Now you can look at that paper and go, oh man, I have no idea what that form is. I'm probably going to need that. Oh, what's a comma? I need to know that. The same thing applies to my leadership skills. Maybe that means that I need to learn about how to read somebody's motivation. Or maybe that means that I need to learn about how to communicate positively or what have you. Phase 3. I know what I don't know. I know what I don't know. This is when you start to really grow. If you can say, oh man, I know that I don't know how to talk to a group. The moment that you can recognize a fault means that you can now ask for help. Yes, sir? If I keep making a mistake, but I have no idea I'm making that mistake, is there any way for me to fix it outside somebody's time? I'm going to say no, sir. If I'm completely blind, the best example that I keep using, because it's really funny. My dad used to tell me when I was running track that I run like Steven Seagal. You guys ever seen any old Steven Seagal movies when he runs? He tends to do this like T-Rex thing with his hands. And I was like, no, I definitely don't. And he was like, yeah, you definitely do. Do you want me to film you? And I was like, yeah, film me. You'll see it. Sure enough, I watched the video and there I was, Steven Seagal. And I was like, oh man, dang it. You were right. I had no idea in my mind, because I couldn't see myself, I was running some way in here. That's not how reality was. Without that extra help from the outside, there are going to be things that we're doing wrong that we have no idea are wrong until we are aware of them. Number 4, phase 4. I know and grow, and it starts to show. And this will be the last one that we do for today. You'll have one more next week. I know and grow, and it starts to show. This is the point at which whatever you're doing it well enough now that people outside yourself are starting to recognize it. So maybe you're super self-conscious about your sidekicks, but you've been working every day really hard on them, and then all of a sudden the instructor comes up and says, oh man, your sidekicks are looking really good. You've been working on it. That is where we want to try and get to. That's the second to last phase, where the work is starting to show itself. That's not necessarily the motivation. You should be wanting to get better because you want to be better, but it is nice to know that the work that we do starts to be recognized by those outsiders, yes? And so as a leader, just like your parents probably do, it is imperative that we focus more on the positive growth, and we recognize when somebody has made a change and is getting better, rather than focusing on all the things that they're still doing wrong. Imagine yourself as a leader, or imagine yourself as a student, and you've been working really, really hard on you're learning the stances in your form. And the instructor comes up and goes, oh, I see you've been working on your stances. but your punches are still really sloppy and you're not doing this and you're not doing that, are you going to feel that great about learning anything on your stanzas? Probably not. That's not what was recognized. So that's not what your parents are going to do to you, and that's not what we were going to do to you as teachers. Yes? All right, clean your squares. If you borrowed something, clean that. So Miss Dillon and if you could just clean Miss Dillon. Yes. You made. She's gonna look.